Okay, what's up guys, Mike here, and I just wanted to go over my impressions of the Resident Evil 2 Remake one-shot demo, which for those who don't know, is the first official playable demo and probably the only one to the public for Resident Evil 2 Remake. The only downside is that you are timed with a half-hour limit, and on top of that, you can only play it once. And here in this playthrough that I did, I actually finished it in about 23 minutes, it said, and I thought I had hit half an hour because that's what it was on my recording when I was like looking at the playback. So I thought that it was going to cut off. So I rushed to Marvin at the end and was like, oh, you know, hopefully I can at least finish the demo, quote unquote. So I just want to basically go over my thoughts on what I thought about the demo, what I noticed, what I enjoyed. And honestly, there isn't anything that I didn't like. So let's just get straight to it. So first things first, I'm going to kind of make this into like a highlighted video rather than have all the cutscenes and stuff. So I'm actually watching live gameplay right now that I recorded, and I'm just going to go over it. So first thing I have to say is the controls are so smooth. And I know that's something that's subjective because, you know, when it comes to aim speeds, especially in games like first-person shooters and third-person shooters, aim is one of those things where some people prefer slower aiming, some people prefer faster aiming, depending, especially depending keyboard versus, or rather mouse versus controller. For me, I thought that personally I was going to have to tweak it, but I have to say that I thought it was actually perfectly fine at what it was. I thought the controls were extremely smooth the entire time I was playing. It took me 2 seconds to get used to it. The shooting, the movement, everything is extremely smooth and precise. I love it. I didn't have to tweak any of the actual controller settings, and I thought that I was going to. I thought that maybe it might be too stiff, too slow for me, because I'm one of those people, I play like, you know, Halo, Call of Duty, other shooters, I prefer fast aiming. Especially even with Resident Evil 5, I always turn up the aim speed, so, and Resident Evil 6 as well. So I thought I was going to have to do that for this, and to my surprise, I did not have to. So that's one of the things that, you know, again, that's subjective. You may feel like you need to move it. For me personally, I thought it was perfectly fine. I also really enjoyed the way the shooting is. Obviously, that has to go with the controls. I felt like getting headshots was easy. I felt like getting headshots is a really rewarding feeling, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Like actually being able to pop off quite a few heads in this, in just this half-hour playthrough. It was great. The movement, I just love the animations. I feel like the way you could just go in and out of doors. I like the fact that there's no loading in between any of these things. I like the seamless transition to cutscenes. It's just absolutely amazing in my opinion. And it's funny because I'm playing this part and I'm going up to the first zombie. I know this because of the E3 demos, because this is essentially the E3 build for Leon. Unfortunately, there's no playable Claire part. And I knew when the first zombie was going to pop up. And I thought, wow, I'm getting really nervous because I'm like, I'm not sure how I'm going to do. I've been watching a ton of videos. How am I actually going to do when it comes down to playing it myself? And again, as you'll see here, I take 0 damage in this entire playthrough. And it's not because I played through it a bunch of times, it's just because I picked up on the mechanics. And it takes a lot of, like, you know, smarts, kind of like just common sense. Like, as soon as you see a zombie, don't stand in front of it, actually put some distance. But it's really good. It's very solid. And despite what we all thought, there actually is music and ambience as you're going through the police station. And it sounds great, and it's actually really creepy. Especially the sound effects, well, rather the voices, the quote-unquote voices of the zombies, the growls and all that. They sound great, and they sound very creepy, so it's awesome. Also, I've noticed with the zombies that break through the windows, they don't immediately burst through. It's a matter of triggering them, like going to a certain point, like this first one that breaks out of a window. You have to go to a certain point and it triggers him to break out. I don't think if I left him there, he would have actually just broken it eventually. I think I had to trigger him. And I've noticed what Capcom said about zombies when you shoot them, how they may not necessarily die even though they're down. Don't trust that the zombies are dead just because you got them down. I noticed it's a certain animation, and I'm going to show it. I'm going to edit it into the video exactly what I mean. There's a certain animation of when the zombie is dead without getting their head blown off that I've noticed. So you can kill them without, you know, obviously blowing up their head. But it's most effective to go for headshots. This zombie here got stuck. So it kind of freaked me out a little bit, and I thought I was going to get hit. So that's why you see me miss that shot. But all's is well. Head gets popped. The physics are great. The RE engine is going to be a huge deal for Capcom games in the future. Obviously, Devil May Cry 5 coming up is going to contain it as well. Fantastic. Jesus. So I knew that one zombie was there. I thought it was going to be two because in the demo trailer, I think it was rather the trailer, not the demo, there was multiple. So come in here, I thought the zombie on the floor was going to wake up. The zombie does not wake up, to my surprise. So just go ahead. You have a lot of space in this room to deal with the zombie. No issues there. But I love how the way they break open the door. They don't immediately break it open. They give you some time. And again, another quick headshots. Headshots are not difficult. Something else I've noticed when you pick up ammo... Oh, see, it actually was two zombies. I forgot about that. But I think it's just these two zombies. Also, I like that each zombie so far has had a unique design, which I hope is something that kind of carries throughout the whole game. Obviously, they can only make so many designs. So I shot this guy more because I didn't believe he was dead. And honestly, I don't think he was dead. But I know that you automatically get saved by Marvin when you go up here, so I just figured, let me not waste ammo, potentially get hit, and just go straight forward into the cutscene. So, skipping this cutscene here, you finally get the combat knife, which didn't really mess with it too much, because, you know, it was a demo, I didn't mind wasting ammo, I wanted to get comfortable with the shooting, which, again, I feel is very, very comfortable. I really enjoy it. So this is something I wanted to point out. So as you see here, let me just go back to the clip. I got 9 bullets, I think it was. Yes, 9 bullets. So not every handgun box of ammo you pick up is an actual full set of ammo. I wonder if it's, I don't know if it's going to be any different in the full game, but one of the ones you see I get gives you 3. So I'm curious to know if it's a fixed thing or if it's a RNG thing. And for those who don't know what RNG is, random number generator. So basically could be different each time you go through the game. I wonder if it's fixed or if it's random. Alright, so skipping through here. The zombie's gonna fall down. Curious at how many boards you can actually get. That actually creeped me out because I didn't I didn't think it was gonna have its head broken off already. Alright, so again, when I talk about triggers here, I wait quite some time for this zombie to break out. Well, rather break in from the outside. And one little detail, you actually see her blood is like on the glass, but you have to come over here to trigger it. And see, I run backwards so that I have enough space to be able to shoot her in the head with ease. Obviously, the longer you hold down the sights, you get a more precise shot. And enemies do not drop any ammo. This weapons locker key is going to be used for picking up the shotgun, which I do in this demo. I pointed at that because that was originally going to be like a Pepsi machine, Coca-Cola machine, and 1.5, and the original Resident Evil 2. So you got the map here. You cannot go to the rooms of the Virgin Hearts. The maps are great. The map seems like it's great. It still it retains that thing of Remake where it's color coded to if you have picked up every item. So if you picked up every item in the room will be blue. If you are missing something in that room, it'll be red, as long as you've entered it. The rooms that you have not entered won't have any color, as you see. Completely clear. Which I think is really, really cool. Remake has that, so it's not like it's a brand new feature, but I'm glad to see it in this game. And see, I come out through here, but I didn't even know that that's actually where you had to go. I just did it because I said, why not? But then, so you go through this window, and this is really, really cool. My brother was actually watching me play this because he's a big fan. He grew up with Resident Evil 2 like I did. He was actually the one who got me into the Resident Evil series. And so you see I shoot this guy here. His head pops, right? And that's not the cool part. He realistically fell right in between the garbage bin and the vending machine. That is amazing. That is some crazy physics crap that I haven't seen in any other game. That's awesome. It's just a small detail, but I thought it was so cool. And it's obviously something that's not going to happen to everybody. I wonder if anyone else got that, but that's really, really cool. So we're going into the West office. We first get introduced to gunpowder. So 2 gunpowders equal handgun ammo. And I forget like the rest of the combinations because I scroll through the text fast just to maximize my time. I don't know if the time actually counts from you being in file. But I figured people can pause it, you know, be able to still read it. As long as I picked it up. That guy's not dead. Also, reference here to JoJo Bizarre's Adventure. So I'm over here kind of like checking around to see if there's another zombie. That guy does wake up, but he doesn't trigger until you go to the other side of the end of the other side of the room. So let me check there. I think that's one of the spots I got like 3 bullets. Let me just check. Yeah, 3 bullets. See? That's what I was explaining, and I'm gonna have edited that in the beginning part, but now that I'm watching it back, yeah, that's the room that you get the 3 bullets in. Interesting enough, so this guy gets back up. Like I said, he wasn't dead. That's the animation of him being dead. He's dead at this point. That's the animation I was talking about. See, this is Leon's desk, and you're supposed to get the Matilda parts to upgrade the, I think it's the capacity or the round, the 3-round burst, but you cannot do it in this demo. It's supposed to be a lock there that you enter in MGR. It's a puzzle that was in the E3, I think Gamescom and TGS build, but you cannot do it here. And I did not know the password to this safe is usually 2236, but it's different. At least I think it is. I could have just made a fool of myself, but again, it was more of me worrying about the time because I figured I'll do it in the real game anyway. So, anyone who's done that, you can leave it in the comments below. Again, I didn't even dare to find out because I wanted to maximize my time. So look, I'm going to try to open up this door, which is now, and then it triggers a zombie. Also, really cool that you can actually see through to the reception hall there. Yeah, so this guy gets triggered now. Again, I always try to go for the headshots. And he's actually going to do the same way as the other guy, doing that animation, so you see it. And I kind of lingered in the room a bit just to see if he would wake up again. And again, like the first police officer zombie, he did wake up because that animation is them being dead. Now, that's now that room now needs a key to get out back to the main hall, as opposed to in the original where you just unlock it from the inside because Marvin locks it. And this guy now wakes up. You're going to see something really funny here. The animation. So he actually trips over this dude here. And that scared the hell out of me. So he must have got triggered to try to kill me. To try to grab my feet because I got close to him. He actually fell over the guy, which I think was amazing. So I already know ahead of time for the demos 106 is a code for the film. So I went ahead and straight and entered it. The 2 and 3 panel are missing because you actually have to get them, I guess, in the basement or something further in the story to pick up these items, which I'm more than sure. And there's a hip pack. It's now, I think it's hip pouch or hip pack. as opposed to the side pack in the original Resident Evil 2. Again, you're going to see me kind of like click things and kind of rush because I'm like thinking about the time more than anything. And yeah, it's great. So this is where you get the shotgun. And you actually have to reload the shells into it. I thought I was trying to do it the old school Resident Evil way, and you cannot do it. You actually have to quick equip the gun on, and then you actually reload it into the gun. And that's the film that we put the 106 for. So now we are completely jam-packed with items in our inventory. There's a file here explaining that you have to get the spare keys. Which again, I don't think is possible in this demo. So I had waited a while also because I was curious. I know that zombies come in there from the other demos, but I think that's actually something exclusively if you did not... Either exclusive to the other demos or like, you know, exclusive to the idea that you didn't kill those other zombies in the hall. I decided to opt straight for the save room. One, because I wanted to hear the music. And two, I wanted to fix up my inventory. I wanted to dump some stuff, but also develop the film. And I hadn't watched anyone play this demo. In terms of like when the one-shot version came out, I didn't watch anyone play it. I just played it straight myself. So that puzzle is going to be something that we're going to use later on in the full release. So something cool to note, you can combine, let's say you pick up a green herb and you have a red herb, you can combine it straight into each other to make a full heal, rather than having to put both in your inventory separately and combine them. You could do it that way, but you could do it much easier just by combining them into each other. So I combined these two to make 13 handgun bullets. And then this is when I realized I forgot, oh yeah, you can move your inventory around. So I decided to do a little bit of traditional old school Black Fox organizing. Pick up this file here, which is just talking about herbs. Red, green, and blue herbs. And unfortunately, that's going to be the last time you deal with the save room and do this rest of this demo. Just no time. I decided to put the boards on this one just because it'd prevent this zombie from getting in. I wonder how long they actually hold. Again, that was another thing of me thinking, oh, should I go back for other items? But I'm like, oh, I'm being timed. So I decided to use a shotgun because I wanted to see what the, hubbub was. And yeah, it's pretty damn strong if you get a headshot. Again, I do it here combining the red and the green into the red into the green. So we're going to need a valve for this, which is something we're not going to get in this. This scared me, guys. Warning. Also, if anyone knows the password to this, I don't know the password. I'm not sure if it's something you could find out. That scared the hell out of me because I had my TV really loud and my brother was with me. And I was like, oh, Good little jump scare. He doesn't seem to wake up, though, which is great. But this sound effect here, like, creeped me out because I heard something. So I was thinking... Oh, no, that was before. I had heard something when that other zombie was coming down the stairs, what I shot with the shotgun, and it creeped me out because of how loud it was. So those little mannequins were actually in Resident Evil 7, and they're in Devil May Cry 5. Just, placeholder item that they use. I don't think it's real, it's not a tie in between games. So unfortunately, we're getting to the end of the demo here. The liquor has now been moved up to the second floor. Unfortunately... Not to my knowledge, we don't fight the liquor in this demo, which is a shame. I was curious to see how it was going to be to fight them. But this is me, again, pressured with time, because I know the time of the demo's running out. Again, if this was the real game, I would have dumped more stuff to pick this up. I think these are boxes I could break. Oh, no. Library right there. More handgun ammo right there on the right, which I did not pick up. C4, gonna have to get the detonator now for this, as opposed to the helicopter. He says it right there. And you got the first hip pouch. I'm curious to know if it has... I doubt it would have any effect on the opposite character's game.
Leon, it's Marvin. I need you back here ASAP.
Are you okay, Marvin?
I've got something to show you. It's important.
Copy that. I'll be right there.
So the library, obviously making its return. Looks great. By the way, the game looks so much better on your actual... I have a 4K TV. It looks so much better on the actual TV with HDR and everything. Fall through here and it was like, oh my god. Bunch of zombies. So I just quickly take these guys out because at this point I'm completely freaking out over the time limit. As you see, why I go straight for this room. And then I'm thinking that the one zombie I left, I think it was the woman zombie. If she was going to follow me into the main hall, because I know they can now. So overall, I ended the demo with quite a good amount of handgun ammo. Kind of curious if the demo didn't have a limit, how much more, further I can go. Unfortunately, one shot means that not only do you have the half-hour limit, but you can only play it once. And then you see this cutscene, which was also previously shown, and that's that. That's the end of the demo. They give you a really cool new trailer, but it's nothing, nothing else in terms of the demo. So one thing to know, I did finish it, and I'm gonna look at the time again.
I'm on it.
Trying to get to it. I can show you. I can tell you guys. 23 minutes and 29 seconds. So I was actually able to play for the remainder of the time. I was able to restart the demo, but it cut off. And it told me thank you for playing. And now every time I press it, it says thank you for playing, and it replays the trailer. So overall, my final impressions, like I just gave you kind of my live impressions, but my overall full impressions of the demo and just Resident Evil 2 Remake in general, it's fantastic. It is phenomenal in every way. It exceeds any expectations I've ever imagined about a Resident Evil 2 Remake. And that's someone who is a fan from the original, who's played every game, every side game, played the game in multiple, in Japanese as well. A huge mega fan. This game exceeds all expectations. I genuinely believe this could very well be like Remake. Remake was my favorite game of the whole series. This could genuinely be like the best Resident Evil game. And just overall, I think this game is going to do fantastic for Capcom. And I think that the success of this game is going to be what's required for Resident Evil 3 to be remade, and Code Veronica potentially to be remade. And let's see. I really would love to see 3 and Code Veronica get the same treatment. I think a modern day revision with the graphics and the character models and the gameplay would be fantastic. I'm one of those people that I always said I never wanted Resident Evil 2 to be remade. Any of them to be remade with over the shoulder, but they've proved me wrong. They managed to make it creepy, they managed to make it fun, they managed to make it work with the old school mechanics, limited inventory, creepy atmosphere, beautiful graphics, everything that was Resident Evil, good gameplay. I'm sure the story, from what we know and from the things that are new, are going to be fantastic. I'm so interested to see. I can't believe it's 2 freaking weeks away from the full release. I will be getting the collector's edition from GameStop, so I'm going to be doing an unboxing of that as well in 4K, so that'll be really, really cool. But overall, yeah, gameplay is great. Game is just nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. I love everything about it. am very interested in seeing what the final product will be like. But yeah, the controls are really smooth. Everything is great. I can't say a bad thing. I love it. For those interested, I will be streaming the game when it launches. I haven't decided if I'm going to be streaming midnight when it launches, or if I'm going to be streaming the next day. Probably going to be the next day, because I kind of want to get like a good night's sleep and just spend the whole day. I'll probably go as crazy as to finish like a campaign in one day, you know, one of the campaigns. I'm probably going to be going with Leon's campaigns first, because I'm assuming that that's what's supposed to be first. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm equally interested in seeing both of theirs, and I will be easily doing both of theirs, including Fourth Survivor and Tofu's mode and all that stuff. So I'm really extremely, I can't even speak, extremely excited to see what Resident Evil 2 is going to be like. I'm very curious about the speedrunning scene and how that's going to be, how this game's going to be for speedrunning purposes. It seems like you can customize the reticle. I don't know if there's going to be laser sight or any of that. I usually prefer laser sight over reticle, but I have to say the reticle in this is very precise, very good. The zombies feel great. I haven't gotten bit, so I don't know what that's like, but I haven't used a self-defense weapon either, so can't really speak on those points. But yeah, overall, 3 thumbs up from me. Not even 2, 3. I love it. If you guys have any questions about the gameplay, let's say maybe you're not able to play the demo, maybe you don't have the platform it's on, or maybe you just, you're just going to watch it, whatever the case may be. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I will be playing the full game when it launches. I'm probably going to be streaming on Twitch, so you guys can let me, I'll let you guys know when I'm doing that, so you guys can come watch. And yeah, overall, it's gonna be really cool. I'm very excited to see the full release of Resident Evil 2, which is in 2 weeks now. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more Resident Evil 2 content to come, and I will catch you in the next video or stream. Thanks for watching.